Hello. Today I will be talking about how every student matters. In 5th grade, there were some students from Naperville Middle School who were in the 5th grade, and they had this problem where they were in a class of 63 students, and they complained that it was so hard for them to be able to focus in class. Many said that they got 50% less time with one-on-one time with a teacher, and many students got overlooked, meaning they never actually learned anything. I say all of this to say that small classrooms can very much benefit a student in so many different aspects. As a Columbus State University student, this is very important to all students at Columbus because Columbus is a smaller university, so many students do get that one-on-one time with a teacher, and it helps us in the long run whenever we get into the work field. I also went to a small high school where my graduating class was 298, and many of my teachers knew every student on a personal level and was able to help us better because they knew us on this personal level. My first idea is that, actually, my thesis statement would be that there are 3 articles that I've chosen, and those would be the National Education Policy Center, the effectiveness of class size reduction, and public school review, which all show research providing facts upon the pros and cons of small classroom benefits. The first one from the National Education Policy Center provided very extensive research on benefits of having a small classroom. And the first is that students in earlier grades vastly benefit from learning from a teacher one-on-one. It is proven through many studies that it is more effective for a student to have a teacher to just sit down and tell them exactly what to do and give them tips as they move along. And that it has also been proven that students continue to benefit throughout their lifetime from having that small classroom size when they were young. They also, research has also found it harder to find research on small class sizes in later grades just because of cost, and schools just can't find lots of teachers to teach high school grades. But the studies that have been found, like one with 8th grade students, has been found to have a significant positive impact. And they contribute to a lot of student engagement over their lifetime. For me, in my Calculus 1 class, I thought it was going to be extremely hard because there would be a lot of kids in the class. Fortunately, there were only 20 people in my class, so I was able to have a personal connection with my teacher, and therefore she was able to help us on a more personal level because she knew what teaching style we needed. I have also provided a TED Talk that gives a testimony from a student when he was in 8th grade.
Algebra is far from my strongest subject, but for some reason, I did reasonably well in this class. And as the year went on, I did better and better. So I started to think to myself, why am I doing well in this class? I'm not that good at math. Ultimately, I decided it was because of the small class size. In the United States,
And here he discussed that even for himself, he found that small class sizes were significantly more effective than having a big classroom. Next, I would like to talk about the effects from another article on probably a more personal level as far as the child's parents are concerned. First, studies have found that the parent is more likely to put their child in a class where there are 15 kids compared to 25 kids. This is because they have found that they have a more personalized attention span, they learn more, the teachers can provide a more individual support for each and every student, so no student gets overlooked. And in 2015, there was a study by Jackson, Johnson, and Pasico about other effects of these small classrooms. And they found that students who started out in a small class size had a 4% reduction in their adulthood, where the adult poverty was significantly decreased. And there's also benefits for the teachers too, as there was a 7% increase in teacher wages because more students were graduating, so more students were coming into the school system, so that teachers were able to have their pay raised. And lastly, I would like to also discuss the cons of having a small class size. And for first, it can be a little bit more costly to have these small class sizes. For the first reason is you have to have additional classrooms to hold each student, and you have to have more teaching staff. Another reason is that most students are scared to hire underqualified teachers. And by hiring underqualified teachers, then the students will not benefit. And also, another con would be the teaching style that the teacher is using. And a 2008 study, teachers use the same teaching method for bigger classrooms than they use for smaller classrooms. But research also provided that students still perform better in the small classroom setting than in a large classroom setting. So this con can be fixed because students are still performing better. In conclusion, I have talked about the 3 articles which show extensive research upon studies showing that small classrooms have benefits that persistently outweigh the cons of having a big classroom. And so therefore, every student matters. Every student should matter. No student should get overlooked. So one-on-one teaching is so drastically important to prepare every child for the real world which they will eventually get to. Last, I would like to show some statistics which drastically show the positive effects of a small classroom. And as you will see, over a course of 4 years, small classroom sizes have doubled all the way to where they are just as effective as big classroom settings. And that is it. Thank you.